Alrighty. We are back. Boom. There we are. Interesting game today. For me personally, it's a very interesting game, but in general, the game is quite an interesting one. Now, excuse me if I'm talking a little bit quieter. Obviously, it's quite late for us over here in the UK. The kickoff has been delayed by an extra hour as well, which doesn't help due to the weather. It's the second game that England have had delayed due to the weather. It seems like there's some divine intervention going on. But yeah, a very interesting matchup we have, and I won't forget to do it this time. We have this as our matchup. It's Mexico versus England. It's the World Cup round of 16. We're really getting to the business end of the tournament now, and to be honest, this side of the bracket that we are on with Mexico is probably the easier side of the bracket. I would suggest that whoever wins this game obviously has to go on to face Norway, who just put in a very good performance against Brazil earlier in the night. I suggest whoever kind of wins this game and probably will beat Norway and probably will go on to the semi-final of this bracket, likely against Argentina, let's say. So this is a really, really big game. I feel like that is kind of the favourites' kind of route to that semi-final. The lineups are pretty interesting in terms of England's side, and we'll talk about that in a second. But for Mexico, it's pretty standard, and obviously there's a lot of talk about the altitude. Obviously, this is very much a home game for Mexico. Obviously, they're one of the host nations. This game is in Mexico City, in Mexico, and it is at the Estadio Azteca. So yeah, huge advantage for them in that regard. One thing I will say is obviously there's all the talk about the altitude. Because of the weather being so terrible, it is very, very rainy. And because of that, not only does that suit the England players, because it rains pretty much every day over here, but also that actually kind of helps in terms of the oxygen in the air being a bit higher than it would normally be up in the high altitude of the Azteca. I don't personally think that the altitude is going to be too much of an issue, honestly. These are all professional athletes. They are very, very fit. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. I think what is going to make much of a difference, though, is the crowd. They've got such a big crowd advantage here. I think there's only about 10 to 15,000 England fans in the stadium, I'm pretty sure, is what they said. So that's going to be a big one for them. Because they obviously will have the 12th man effect, as it were. But yeah, for me personally, this game is very funny because I am, very obviously, I'm an Englishman. My in-laws, my familia, mi familia, are Mexican. My other half is Mexican, so yeah, I'm a bit of obviously I want England to win. I am an Englishman, but I don't really mind if Mexico win this. And to be fair, if Mexico do win this, I really hope they go all the way and win the damn thing. So that's why I've got my Mexican shirt up here. I'm wearing the England shirt down here. Let's just hope they both have a good game. Let's say that. In terms of the two teams, let's get those up. This is I always do the away side first, so I'm going to be doing England. It's a little bit cut off, so I will have to say some of the bench players here in a second. I also need to pause my preview because it's been there. But yeah, so pretty standard for us. The only real interesting thing here is that Yarrow Kwanzaa is in at right back, which I think is very, very interesting in a worrying way for England, because on their left side, and obviously our right side is where Kwanzaa's going to be playing, on their left side they have Julian Quinones, who has been absolutely brilliant all tournament and is going to probably rip this guy apart. But in terms of the rest of the team, we also have Pickford in goal, Kwanzaa and Gahey as the two centre-backs, we have O'Reilly at left back, Kwanzaa at right back, Rice and Anderson as the two holders, with Bellingham as the 10, and then interesting again is that the wingers have swapped once more. We have Saka instead of Madueke, we have Gordon instead of Marcus Rashford, who those two are both on the bench obviously, and then of course Harry Kane, who is chasing the top goal scorers record. If he can get two, he can tie with Mbappe, Messi and Haaland. If he gets a hat-trick today, he surpasses all of them, but I think that is very, very unlikely. But yeah, pretty standard for England. For the Mexico team, though, again, very standard for them as well. Raul Rangel in net, as he has been for the majority of the game. We've got Jorge Sanchez as the right back, with Gallardo as the left back. Two centre backs as ever have been Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez in the two main centre back roles. Eric Lira, as always, is the holding six, and the two kind of midfielders that are ahead of him, because they do kind of play a 4-1-4-1 rather than a 4-3-3. it's kind of interesting. Luis Romo is obviously here. He always is here. But Gilberto Mora, who's obviously the youngest player still in the tournament at the moment and has been phenomenal for them, and was one of the players I kind of earmarked at the start when I made my predictions. He's in again, which he was in for the start in the last game. He's in again. He wasn't in for the first few games, I don't believe. So good to see him getting a lot of minutes. And then the two wingers, of course, we already mentioned Julian Quinones, but obviously Roberto Alvarado, who is one of the top assisters in the tournament so far, I believe. He's got 3 or 4. I think it's 3, but it could be 4 today. And then obviously Raul Jimenez up top, who is always being a big danger man, always going to be the one who kind of holds up the play and links things for them. Now, I can go to... get rid of this now. Go to this. Also, hey, I have just seen your message. Hello. Welcome in. We'll get this up. Now, for the bingo card. We're going to do the bingo card. We've got 8 minutes until kickoff. They're walking out on the pitch. Yeah. I do have the game in my ear, so I am listening to it in the background. But yeah, for the bingo card, nothing really changed here from the other ones. We've got Quinones goal/assist is one of the new things. We've got altitude mentioned is one of the things. We have... Alvarado assist, because, again, he's been very good at doing that. And then for the correct prediction, because this is the only other one that's kind of changed, I've gone for 3-2. I generally think this is going to be a case of, despite the Mexican defense being very, very solid up until now, I think this is going to be a case where it is just goals galore, because it's been, we assume that this game is going to be a bit cagey, and usually when you assume the game's going to be cagey, it's very open, and vice versa. If you think the game's going to be open, it's usually quite cagey. So I've predicted quite a goal fest, as it were. This could be after extra time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 2-2 going into extra time, and then one of the teams nabs a goal in extra time to win the game. So I've gone for 3-2. Apart from that, is there anything else I put here? Oh, I put Kane as the man of the match as well, because I usually have Jude there, but I've put Kane there. So watch Jude Bellingham have a really good game. I will also put up on the screen, because I have to do this, if I can remember how to do it, boom, these. Below me, you can see it says powered by Tribuna, or the Football Extra app. You can probably... actually, some of the people who will be listening to this right now are actually listening to my live commentary that is on Tribuna. Again, link will be down in the description for that, if you want to listen to commentary and not see everything else. But yes, all of the tidbits and the facts and stuff are courtesy of Tribuna, so check those guys out if you like. Let me get the game up. I've actually paused my thing by accident. I think the national anthems are being sung. Yeah, God Save the King is blaring out. Yeah, a little bit nervous for this one, honestly. Again, obviously I want England to win this. I am an Englishman, but not too many big stakes for me, because I love both teams, so there we are. This is one of the games in my prediction, when I was doing my prediction, that I did actually predict down to a T, is that last 16 would be Mexico versus England. Definitely didn't expect the team to be winning this, to be going on to face Norway, though, so good for them. It's going to be the Mexican national anthem now as well. We'll say before this to all of my Mexican hermanos, suerte, buena suerte. Hopefully we can, have a good game, both of them. But I generally think that, obviously Mexico are seen as kind of like the underdogs in this game, as it were. I think that they are going to be so much better than us. I generally am quite fearful that they're going to do really, really well here. Obviously they've got the home field advantage. Obviously they've got the, they've got the team that is least, not as changed as ours. And also, again, that really big issue of us not having a fit right back. Honestly, having Reece James for this game up against Julian Quinones would have been really, really helpful for us. We don't have him. I think that is a big, big loss. I also need to not forget the timer, because I almost forgot to do that. So let's get that up whilst I remember. Perfect. I would say, okay, yeah, both of the timers are set. Excellent. There was a very lovely piece on before the game on BBC about Raul Jimenez and his journey to this World Cup, and obviously him losing his father on the way to the tournament, but also him having to deal with his horrific skull injury they had back in 2020. So, real motivation for him to do well. As both the national anthems done, and I think we will be set for kickoff soon. One thing I will say is that maybe if the weather gets even worse than it actually is now, it might get delayed. Maybe at half time they might have to say, "Oh, hang on, we need to stop this again." I remember specifically in the Club World Cup we had a problem like that before, where the weather was too bad. People obviously, I know people online will be very much saying, "Oh, this is this is silly. You shouldn't be delaying the game for weather." But considering we have had football games in the past where players have actually died due to lightning strikes, I don't really have any qualms with them delaying the game if it's storming. If it was just rain, then yeah, like that's just woke nonsense. But if it's an actual storm, then it makes sense. Oh, I don't know why I'm so nervous for this game. I guess it's always a nervous game when you watch your national team, but like this one especially, I just feel like Mexico is such a good side, and they're in comparison to us, they are the much more informed side. Again, you'll probably see from some of the stats that are ticking on the bottom of the screen if you are watching this on YouTube that they have they've had a really solid defense. I think they've won their last 7 games. They are they score 2.0 goals per game. They're really in form in comparison to us. I will say as well, I think that they are a much better when it comes to individuals versus group performances. I think they are a much better unit than our team is, though we do by ratings standards we have the better individuals. Let's see who the assistant referees. Okay, so the referees. The VAR room is full of South Americans, Colombian, a Chilean, and a Venezuelan in there. Just handy for the communication. Okay, so the BBC actually have them set up in a 4-1-2-3, but that's basically a 4-1-4-1. I am just absolutely terrified of Julian Quinones. He's been so good this tournament. I feel like he's going to absolutely rip Kwanzaa to shreds. Hero status for Kwanzaa if he manages to shut him down somehow. It's also interesting to note that Jude Bellingham, of course, was booked in the previous game and is 1 yellow away from a suspension, I believe. But considering what happened with Balogun earlier, I don't think that would actually matter. Jokes aside. It has also, the BBC have put us in a 4-2-3-1 as we kind of expected. I will say the interesting thing here for us is the wing pairing. Obviously, we've got Saka and Gordon in. We've been experimenting with wing pairings over the past few games, but I think that puts a lot of onus on Marcus Rashford, who can come off the bench and be really racy on that left hand side, and also Madueke, who again is very good at taking on players. And I think that might have been a decision that Tom Lee Tuchel has kind of thought about before this game, is the fact that pretty much it doesn't matter which wing pairing is on the pitch. It's whoever comes onto the pitch off the bench is usually the one that is the strongest. So I think that he's just kind of decided that he probably will get more impact off the bench via Noni and Marcus, who are more likely to take on their men. And obviously Saka and Gordon can kind of wear out the opposition before then. I am on a delay, so the game should have kicked off by now, but it hasn't for me. It will do soon. The countdown is now starting. The whistle will blow now. It will be England kicking off from right to left. Declan Rice smashes it back to Jordan Pickford for a long ball. As a huge rain of boos comes from the Azteca to our players. Ball's lofted up to Harry Kane. It's punched away immediately by Raul Rangel. Gallardo will clear. Seeking out for Jimenez, but Gay will get on the end of this. Pass it back to Pickford. Another long ball from Pickford. This time seeking out Saka on the right-hand side, but it's not going to reach him. They just accidentally showed a camera angle of a sign that said that the drone was decommissioned because of the weather, which is very funny. So the long throw from Jesus Guardado, and Luis Romo has been fouled there in the middle of the pitch. There's a yellow card immediately within the first minute for Declan Rice for a seemingly high foot, I believe, is what the player is complaining about. I don't think there was much contact there, though. Let's see. I mean, it's one of those ones where the player's dipped his head down, but his foot is quite high, and it definitely does catch him. Considering, again, the injury that Jimenez got in 2020, these are quite worrying. I think it's Luis Romo who is the player who is down. And that'll be a big burden for Declan Rice to get every single tackle right now, considering he's going to be on a yellow card for 89 minutes. Romo is down for a long time here. He is now sitting up, which is good. Is he going to have to go off the pitch here? Because I'm not sure if he received treatment or not there. He seems okay, though. The ball will continue now. Is Montez. Sanchez to Alvarado. It's already an involvement for Gilberto Mora in the middle to get it to Jimenez. And he's going to take a strike. It's deflected off of Konsa. Alvarado back to Sanchez, who's made the overlapping run here. He's not been picked out, though. The ball will go back to Mora. Here's Lira to Montez. And Lira will play the ball through the lines to Mora. Is Roberto Alvarado again. Getting past O'Reilly and getting past another England player, but we have managed to get the ball back with Anderson there. Gordon has won us a free kick in our own defensive third. Interesting to see England's tactics so far has been all long balls. I think we are trying to avoid the immense pressure that the Mexicans are very good at applying to our backline. It's a long ball from Pickford, seeking out Kane. It's won by Montez, but picked up by Bellingham. It's Quanston out, round the corner for Saka. He's not going to get on the end of that. Will be a Mexican throw on the left-hand side. It's smashed long by Vasquez. Straight onto the head of Gay, who knocks it down very neatly, but his forward pass is again off the side of the pitch. England not getting to grips with possession so far. Here's Rangel. He's going to send it through the lines here to Mora. It's a great pass. It's a good turn from Mora too to get away from his man. He's just going to play it back to Lira. Here's Romo. Or rather, it's Alvarado who's in that central midfield role. Drifting all over the pitch. It's Montez. He's going to try and play the ball inside and does. Here's Alvarado. Tries to thread the ball through to Mora, but seen very well by Gay, here's Bellingham, who's been fouled. And there's been a little bit of an off-the-ball altercation between Kane and one of the Mexican midfielders here, because he was trying to get the ball back and Lira was preventing him from taking the free kick quickly. Just going to add an extra little bit of spice here to the game, which we don't particularly need. Yeah, a little bit of dark arts there from Eric Lira. Eventually, the free kick will be taken by Gay. He's going to play it short to Anderson, and we're actually going to try and play out this time. High pressure from Mora, and he's been fouled there, Gay. We do seem to be trying to invite the silly, unnecessary fouls so far. Here's Konsa. Cross to Gay, and now O'Reilly. He's going to play it up to Bellingham, who's going to play it all the way back to Pickford. Here's Rice, who's kind of dropped into a right-back role here. Interesting what we're seeing here from England is that Rice is kind of dropping into that right-back role that he ended up in towards the end of the DR Congo game, and Kwanzaa is actually playing really high. I guess he's just trying to be kind of like a target man on the right-hand side. Here's O'Reilly. He's going to burst past Alvarado, and here's Bellingham through the lines. He's driving past too. Gets it out to Gordon on the left-hand side. He's going to drive to the byline, or attempt to, but it's bounced off of Sanchez, and there's a corner for England. First corner of the game. It will be Declan Rice to come over and take this. There are some large lads in the box for England. Saka is the short option. The referee is going to sort out some argy-bargy in the box first, though, as is ever the case. It is taken short to Saka. And he's going to whip the ball in. Back post, there is no one there. It's just no one at the back post. You'd expect there to be someone there. It's gone all the way out on the other side for a throw that Guardado will take. Gallardo, rather. So used to Guardado being in the side, and him not being in the side is kind of kind of funny. Here's Gay. Anderson out wide to Saka. First chance for him to take on his man, but he's going to go back. Yeah, they're talking about this on commentary. It's an interesting thing, is the ball, obviously in the higher altitude, does float a bit more. But I think that's an excuse, if I'm being honest. Here's Declan Rice in the right back role. He's going to play it out to Saka and receive it again. Really need our midfielders to start being brave and trying to play through the lines a bit more. We didn't see a lot of that against Congo in the previous round. Here's Gordon. He's going to take it inside. Eventually has to offload it to O'Reilly. Now Anderson in the deeper 6 role. Here's Kwanzaa. We're playing quite patiently here. Kwanzaa has been absolutely clattered by Quinones, but we get the advantage. Ball down the line for Bellingham. Lira's going to shield this very, very well. But eventually give away a throw-in on the left-hand side for England. Good work rate from Jude there. Yeah, the thing is though, I see it as a kind of trying to make them wear themselves out. I think that they will not tire as much as we will because they're used to the altitude. They're used to buzzing around like this. So I think what it is almost trying to equalize the kind of discrepancy in fitness that we will have. It's probably a ploy that Tuchel has set out to do. Will now be a goal kick. That throw was rather wasted. Good ball through the line from Rangel to Lira. Is Alvarado across to Mora. I will say one thing: Quinones has rarely got on the ball so far, and I think that benefits us because he is clearly their most dangerous player. Here he is for his first touch, I believe. He's gonna try and play a ball across the pitch to Sanchez, but his pass is intercepted by O'Reilly. But England are giving it away again. It's Lira. It is really interesting to see the way that the Mexico four in front of Lira kind of switch around at will. Like Alvarado is never out wide right. He's always just drifting across the pitch. Here he is now in the central position. He's going to get it back to Montes. Vasquez. Now Alvarado has dropped deeper. He's going to play a ball in behind for Jimenez, but Pickford will claim that. It's a little bit too much on the pass. It's Konsa to Gay. Through the lines to Anderson. O'Reilly to Bellingham, who's peeled off to this left-hand side. Now back to the ever-willing Pickford. I will say one thing that is interesting is that I wonder if part of the reason why we are playing so slowly is to kind of try and get the fans to be a bit, kind of, what's the word? A bit more silent. Because this slow, predictable kind of passing around the back football is making them, not cheer as much. There's a long ball from the back here, seeking out Saka, who's got a touch, or if his touch was better, he could have been in there. But the ball, yeah, it's a really good run from him as well. He's got the pace on Montes there. If he gets a better touch there, he genuinely has a chance to score, but he just couldn't get a good touch on it. Couldn't bring it under his spell. Montes is going to play the long ball now. He's going all the way into the left corner. I think that this is going to run out. But Gallardo actually got there, to be fair, and he's not won the corner, which he was looking for. Let's see if that's... I mean, he's right to be annoyed. That is definitely a corner. Well, the referee has given a goal kick. It seems like we're going to play this one short. Pickford will go long now, seeking out Bellingham on the right-hand side. Lira into Quinones. Back to Gallardo. I will say one thing: we have not got the ball into Kane at all so far. That's a problem that we had. Oh, Gordon has just nearly pinched the ball off of Lira there. It's a problem that we had in the previous game that I earmarked, and when we started playing into him a bit more in the second half, we started actually doing well. We have not played the ball to him once so far. At least not to feet. Gallardo's going to switch the ball to Sanchez on the opposite side. He's got Alvarado to his right, and he swings in the ball. It's a great... Oh, my goodness gracious me. It's a fantastic header from Raul Jimenez into the bottom right corner, but Pickford has pulled off an absolute worldie, and that is going to take our first bingo card. Where's the Pickford worldie? It should be on it somewhere. There, top left. What a save. Down smartly to his left-hand side. Will be a Mexico corner to be taken by Alvarado. They're not even fainting that they're going to take this shot. This is going to be loaded into the box. straight into the near post, and it's cleared by Bellingham, who's taking that full in the face. I think he's fine, though. Will be another corner. On the opposite side, I believe. Oh no, on the same side. Similar one into the front post. This one's cleared by Harry Kane. It's going to be picked up by Lira on the halfway line. He's just going to go back to his goalkeeper. It's Quinones. Back to Lira. Mexico playing a bit of keep ball whilst they get their centre-backs back into position. Here's Vasquez. Quinones. Ball over the top for Gallardo is a great one if he can get on the end of it. I think the flag was up. Gallardo couldn't keep it in regardless. It's going to be a throw on the right hand side for Kwanzaa to take. He's going to throw it as far as he can up to Kane. But it's collected by Lira instead. Kwanzaa up against Quinones has gone down, and then Saka's been fouled, and it will eventually be a free kick, which we tried to take quickly, but the referee stopped it because he wants to talk to Kwanzaa. I don't even believe that that's much of a foul on Saka, to be honest. I think the referee kind of felt bad for not giving the first one. Well, they've just showed that save again. That is such a good save from Pickford. Long ball from the aforementioned Pickford. Cleared away, but here's Anderson now. Plays it off of Quinones for a throw. Here's Rice. Kwanzaa. To Kwanzaa. Having those two on the same part of the pitch is really jarring for my brain. Here's Kwanzaa again. Into Anderson. Rice. Anderson. Rice did not react to the first pass and he's given it away. Kane's come back to try and put in a tackle and forces Vasquez to go back. Here's Romo to Quinones. To Mora now. Good little 1-2 with Quinones, and Mora's here. Oh, chance to shoot, but it's blocked by Anderson. Or Rice, maybe a combination of the two. Kwanzaa's going to launch it long. And Bellingham has been fouled there by Montez. And the referee is going to talk to him here because he's had a bit of a spat at the referee after that foul's been given. He's very lucky to not get a yellow here, the captain. Free kick is going to be taken and kicked all the way back to Pickford. Ball into Rice. He's going to go back to Pickford again. Interesting. It's something that is rather interesting is that the Mexicans boo Pickford specifically. Like, they don't boo us all the time. The whistles are, there as normal. Here goes Gordon surging down the left-hand side. Great run from him, and he's going to put the ball across, and it's blocked by the standing arm of Lira for a corner. It's a great run from Gordon. We need that more of that from him. I forgot what I was saying before Gordon went on a tear. So we hear the whistles all the time, but for specifically when the ball goes back to Pickford, they are booing very loudly. Which you love to see. Another chance for Rice to put this in. Don't think he's going to take a shot this time. He doesn't. Signal goes up and the ball goes in. Oh, it's a really good area, but the ball's cleared away. I think it was Gordon who was underneath it. At the front post. It's going to be a throw now. To be taken by O'Reilly on this left-hand side, high up. Ball thrown into the box. I think he expected Gordon to run onto that, and they didn't have... they didn't particularly communicate that well to each other, and the ball's just been thrown straight off the pitch. But we've got past the first 20 minutes, and I think that's the main thing, because they always say that, you know, with the altitude, it takes about 20 minutes for your lungs to kind of adjust to it. So, you know, we've kind of ridden that storm. Hopefully we can start building into the game now. Here's Montez. Long ball from him. It's going to be one in the air by Conser. Cleared away by Anderson. Good touch from Bellingham. He's going to try and get away from Lira, but the ever tenacious Lira gets the ball back. Brilliant work. He's going to play it out to Sanchez. Now Alvarado. It's Mora. And back to Montez. Vasquez is taking a surging run up the pitch here. He's going to offload it to Quinones. He gives it away though, and the referee has intercepted Anderson's pass to Kane. It would have been a brilliant break, but now he has to stop the ball for a drop ball, but he's actually going to stop it for the hydration break as well. So that's a good coincidence, I suppose. We've also got Portugal versus Spain later tonight, which will be a great game. Let's see, is there anything we can tick off at the moment? Not particularly. Can I hear boos for the hydration break? I think there are some, but it's so quiet because there's like barely any England fans. I'm going to take it anyway. One thing I'm very surprised is we haven't had a mention of the altitude from the commentary team. Mr. Brightside is launching. Oh yeah, you know what? Ref mistake not only for the throw in, but also for the corner that he didn't give Mexico. They absolutely should have. So we can take that. This tactical talk from Thomas Tuchel. I didn't mean to alliterate that as much as I did, but is very important. Because in terms of actual danger on goal, Mexico have been much the better side so far. In terms of creating chances and getting shots off on goal. The main one being that good header from Raul Jimenez, which had to be saved. Tuchel is specifically trying to get someone's attention here. I think it was Gordon who was facing away, but there's a huddle now there. He is talking to all of them. Can't exactly hear what he's saying. Just from his gesticulations, I think he's suggested that we need to be playing the first time ball over the top after we pass it sideways. It's kind of what it seemed like he was insinuating there. Get the runners in behind when the pressure comes in. Players are now jogging back onto the pitch. Now, the drop ball will commence, and Rice will collect the ball from the ref. Here's Pickford. Launched long ball, this time to Anthony Gordon, who is surging down the left-hand side. He should get on the end of this. He has kept it in. Incredible. And he's actually got past his man as well. Brilliant work from... Oh, he got a bit too... he got a bit too in his own head there. He realised how well he'd done, and he was like, oh, I really want this to be a goal. So he's taken a shot on when that was definitely not the option. He should have played that to the edge of the box for Kane, but... You know, it's a shot on goal that had to be saved. Long ball has gone over, and Nico O'Reilly has just claimed it. England have been given a free kick after Konsa and Raul have... I keep saying Raul. Raul Jimenez have collided. I don't think there was much in that, if I'm being honest, but we were going to pick up the ball anyway. Referee's just stopping the game because he's unhappy with the position the goal kick or the free kick was taken in, but we're swiftly underway. It's Konsa to Gay. O'Reilly over the top. Yeah, definitely. I was going to say Tuchel has signified to Gordon specifically, and I did think that he was the one that he was trying to get like the main attention for. He's clearly specifically signalled to him, hey, run him behind any time the ball gets into our back line. Anderson wins the ball from the midfield, but then he loses it again. Now Gay's won it again. There's a bit of tennis in the middle, but Quinones has lost out to Kwanzaa. You know what? Kwanzaa has been so good so far. I was saying there was questions about him. Great ball through the lines to Kane from Gay. He's going to try and play that number 10 role at the moment, and he's passed it back to Kwanzaa, who gets it to Rice. But yeah, Kwanzaa's been much better than I anticipated being up against Quinones. Lira's won the ball back. Mora. Alvarado. Sanchez. To Mora. It's Alvarado again. He's going to play it through the lines to Romo. Lovely little touch, but Bellingham will take the ball away from him. And then get away from his man. But then he's tackled by Sanchez. And Sanchez can play the ball forward here to Mora. Oh, he just lost the ball there, Sanchez. The ball from Mora went outside and he went inside from his overlap. Also, the interesting thing, again, like we saw from the pre-match talk that Mexico usually go down their left-hand side. 40% of the time they attack down their left-hand side. They are very much favouring the right-hand side in this game. I wonder if that is because of Kwanzaa and there being a centre-back in that position. Maybe it's because, you know, Kwanzaa's been doing so well so far. Ball through the lines to Anderson. Here's Bellingham, who's been crunched there by Sanchez, but no foul given. I think the Mexicans actually come off worse in that exchange. Being Jorge Sanchez who's on the deck. There is going to be a bit of a talking to Lira here as well from the ref. The ref has given a throw though, no foul. Ball is thrown back to Montes. Johan Vasquez. There's space out on this left-hand side for Gallardo, but he's not going to go that way. So he goes inside to Romo. He's going to play the ball out wide. But Kwanzaa's underneath it. Here's Saka. He's slipped on the pitch and he's given the ball away. I will say Saka has been pretty poor so far. But it's fine. He's just on the pitch to wear out the defenders, honestly. When Madueke comes in, that's when we actually go forward. Montes to Lira. Across to Mora on the left-hand side. It's Guardado out wide left. I keep saying Guardado. I'm going to get those names mixed up all the time. I apologise. Rice has tried to keep it on, but unable to. Here's Quinones. Good pressure on him from Anderson, but he keeps a hold of the ball. Cesar Montes. There's Luis Romo, who's done excellently well up against Anderson there to keep the ball. But we'll go back to the centre-backs though. And the Olays are now coming out because they are passing the ball with great efficiency. Ball out wide right to Jorge Sanchez. It's Vasquez. To Mora. He's going to go on a bit of a run. He's been tackled by Kwanzaa. Bit of a little bit more than he could chew there. And Rice will clear it away. Kane's going to try and get on the end of this, but unable to. Here's Quinones. Great first touch. Plays the ball into Romo. He's going to take a strike from the edge of the box, and it's a bit speculative. The pass was on to the return pass to Quinones there, I think, and he probably should have taken it. Pickford is very angry at his centre-backs for not closing that shot down. Yeah, I think there was a fair few boos for the break. I don't know if that might have just been the Mexicans booing us, honestly. I couldn't tell the difference, but I'll take it. Gordon. Tackled by Lira. Great turn from him once again. Snapping tackles from both sides, but the ball's going to be picked up here by Anderson. O'Reilly can now shepherd it away. And the referee has given a foul for the shirt pull on O'Reilly. Gay over to Konsa. Anderson, space to turn, and he does. It's Konsa again. Searching for a ball, can't find one, goes to Gay instead. Space out wide right for Saka, and he gets the ball here. Tries to take on his man, is instantly tackled. Romo's going to play the ball over the top for Quinones. Great first touch. He's being shepherded back to his defenders by Kwanzaa, though. Here's Jorge Sanchez on the right-hand side. To Alvarado. Mora with a neat turn to get into space. Here's Sanchez again. He's tackled by O'Reilly, but it's going to fall back to the Mexican possession. Here's Lira. Also, Lira's been their best player by far. He's been so good. Here's Quinones. Back to Montes. Your lace have started up again. I would say Lira always, like, his playstyle always really reminds me of that spell that Lucas Torreira had at Arsenal when he's just constantly everywhere. It's being really annoying. It's that low center of gravity to get away from tackles and stuff. Gallardo's got the ball into the box, but Jimenez can't reach that, and it's going to go out on the opposite side for a throw. Good work from Gordon to shepherd that away from Jorge Sanchez, who was steaming in on it at the back post. And O'Reilly will take this. He's going to now get the countdown from the ref, and he has to launch it long. Kane will win the aerial duel, and Jude will knock it on, but no one's underneath the ball. I will say, it's rather frustrating us not getting the ball to Kane enough. Gallardo to Quinones. Inside to Romo. He's forced back. Montes. I will say, Mexico have definitely grown into the game since the hydration break, especially. Alvarado. To Sanchez. They're trying to get across for Jimenez, but they just can't find the angle. England staying resolute in their shape and not giving up any space. Vasquez is going to loft the ball over the top for Raul Jimenez here, and oh, he couldn't get a touch on it. And Pickford was able to claim before he could. And now there's a chance for England to surge up the pitch here with Declan Rice. We know how good he is at carrying the ball. Out wide right to Saka. Can he actually beat his man this time? He's going to go to the outside and put the ball into the box. It's a great one for Jude Bellingham! And it's 1-0. I told you. I said that. I said as soon as I said that Jude Bellingham was not going to be player of the match, I knew he'd score. It's a brilliant attacking move from England. And honestly, it all starts from that surging run from Declan Rice down the right-hand side. He's so much better as a right-back. Bro, he should just be playing there. And Kane and Bellingham get in on the trademark Selly. Can we take the special Selly? Is that there? Do I have that on here anymore? Or did I take that off? I might have taken that off. So I can take the monotone foreign thing, because I've already done that. It's all the way, yeah, that's it. It's a great team goal. It's all the way from Jordan Pickford up the pitch. I've got to say, it's good work from Saka. I can't believe Guardado just let him get to the byline as quickly as he did. Kane occupies the centre-back, and Jude Bellingham is free at the far post. Sanchez is too far behind him, and it's a great header into the bottom corner past Raul Rangel. I'm pretty sure that's the first goal they've conceded, right? I think Raul Rangel has had every single game has been a clean sheet, so history made already. Kickoff has been taken, and it will resume with Mexico possession. Oh, and Mora's tried a little turn, and it's given it away to Gordon, who's poked the ball through to Jude Bellingham, who gets it to Harry Kane here, who's going to take it across, and Jude has scored another one! It's 2 for Jude Bellingham, and it's a brace, and that's getting ticked off. I can't believe it. I said this would happen. As soon as I said that Jude won't get player of the match, and I changed it to Kane, he's turned up, and he's turned up in a big way. And Mexico just lost their heads in the last five minutes there. It's a unfortunate mistake from the 17-year-old in midfield there. Gilberto Mora trying to be a bit too clever and turn in the centre, being a bit too brave, let's say. He snapped on the tackle by Elliot Anderson, and Gordon's tenacity gets it through. It's a great pick out from Kane, by the way, because he absolutely would shoot there most times, but he has crossed that. It's through the legs of Eric Lira too. And I did say this game would probably be a goal fest, and the goals are starting to go in now, so I said this in the previous game. I feel like Jude has been so good for us in this tournament, which is unlike how he was in our previous tournaments. He's really stepped up for us. And he has once again. Game resumes once more with Mexico possession, and the altitude has just been said, so I'm going to talk about that. That's going to be ticked off, but I saw a tweet about that, which was rather funny. Someone was like, if they use that as a headline, I'm going to take royalties for it. I'm trademarking it. But they've just said it on commentary. Here is Jorge Sanchez. The ball's cleared away. And Bellingham's won the ball again. Oh, just can't get there ahead of Cesar Montes. Lira into Quinones. Handball from Bukayo Saka. Couldn't really do anything about that, to be fair, but it's clear handball. I will say, the one thing that we've done excellently well is really stopped them from making any inroads. Is we just completely shut down Julian Quinones on the left hand side. He's just got no. He's barely been able to get on the ball, barely been able to create anything, barely been able to score, and he's their main outlet. They've been forced to play down the right hand side the whole game, and that's just not the way they want to play. They do have a free kick here in a pretty decent position for Alvarado to send in on the left foot. They do send it into the back post. It's cleared away by Kane, I believe that is, who gets on the end of it. Bellingham. And now he's going to try and search through the pitch again. He's kept a hold of the ball brilliantly, and he's given it away to Anderson here. Gordon tries to turn. He's tackled by the aforementioned Quinones, and it will be a Mexican throw on the right-hand side. I'm rap godding on comms, by the way. That used to be a thing I used to have on the bingo card. I've taken it off. I haven't had that on there for a while. I've just realised that I was doing it. Ball out wide for Gallardo. Smacks off of Saka, and he's going to keep the ball here, Jesus Gallardo, and then he wins a free kick. It's a little soft, but he does win the free kick off of Saka. I will say I'm very glad that we capitalised on that spell of momentum that we did have, because if this was only 1-0, then I feel like Mexico definitely could have grown back into the game much quicker. And obviously the second half is up in the air for anyone. Will be another free kick this time on the left-hand side again for Alvarado to swing in. This one much closer. It's going to the front post, and it's bouncing around, and Quinones has scored. There we go. Quinones goal/assist. That's the first time he's had a touch in the box, and he's instantly scored. And it's a set-piece goal too. Is there anything else I can take here? I don't think so. Oh, Alvarado assist. Yep. So brilliant goal for Mexico. So I want to see who who doesn't get the man there. The ball bounces from the front post straight to Quinones, who peels off from the defensive line. To be fair to him, finds a space in the middle of the box. Who is it? Everyone's onside, so no issue there. It just bounces off the back of Gay. I don't think he sees it. Oh, it's Conser, actually. It's a terrible, terrible clearance from Conser. Must be close to 3 yellows now. I'm trying to think who's got yellow. Rice got one. I think that's it. I don't think there has been any others. That's the equaliser for the record, by the way, for Mexican goal scorers. And here he is again down the left-hand side. It's just... Oh, he's just unable to keep it in. No, the referee has called for a corner. I think they can check this on VAR, can't they? Yeah. Okay, the referees have corrected themselves. It will go out for a throw. For England on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side, rather. I will say that I did kind of jinx it a little bit there. I said, whilst it's 2 goals up, I feel quite secure. But with Mexico getting a goal back, I feel like this could be anything. And I said, I did say this is going to be a goal fest. Vasquez wins the ball in the air. Here's Sanchez getting on the back. Oh my goodness. It's good defending from Nico O'Reilly there on the left-hand side to stop him from getting the ball into the box. Uses his body well. Shepherds the ball out for a goal kick. I've got hiccups, I apologise. I'm actually going to take the Tuchel ball and full flow thing as well, by the way, because that first attacking move was very, very good. Long ball from Jordan Pickford, seeking out Harry Kane. Anderson. Bellingham. His Quansah. Cuts past his man and plays it backwards. That's frustrating. That could have gone forward. I think the England team just want to play it a little bit safe. And just as I say that, Quansah's giving it away again. Quinones. Alvarado sinks the ball over to the back post. It's cleared away by Rice, and Quansah gets it away further. The pressure is starting to tell now. I feel like the back line of England are starting to get a bit nervous here. The crowd are geeing their team up for this. It's Gallardo. Swings the ball to the back post for Jimenez. It's cleared away. Only as far as Alvarado on the right side. Can't get past Anderson. He will win a throw though. It's going to be 5 minutes of additional time for the record. Which will definitely please the Mexican faithful. Ball has been Battered clear by Anderson from the throw. Here's Lira. Sweeping ball to the back post for Quinones, who wins it and touches it down for Jimenez. Oh my goodness, it's whistled past the right-hand side. If he doesn't hit that into the floor, I think he scores there. It's just whizzed past the right post. Pickford's getting nowhere near it. It's great again, work from Quinones in the box, which isn't particularly the way we usually see him getting his goals. He's obviously much more of a runner in behind, but Kane has helped it on here from the long ball to Saka, who will keep it on. No, he won't. Man, I will say Saka has been, apart from that one attack where he's put the ball across, he has been utterly woeful. His touch has been so off today. I don't know what's up with him. It's a brilliant finish from Quinones on the half volley as well, straight into the back of the net. Long ball's knocked on by Raul Jimenez, but he has no runners. Ball thrown in from Quansah, and Bellingham has been fouled. The referee has not given anything, but I think it was a foul on Saka from Gallardo, I believe. You never know with Saka, because he often does this. Let's see if he does get a... Yeah, he does get a kick in the Achilles there from Jesus Gallardo. They're playing on, though, is Alvarado. Good ball in again. Oh, it's a fantastic save from Pickford again. That in-swinging ball from Alvarado has been a nightmare for us all game. And it's Jimenez again who's in the box. Lights up. He just gets a bit underneath it. Goes over the top. But Pickford does make a save. The signal from Jimenez has just gone out to Alvarado here, who's taken the corner. He's going to swing it to Jimenez, who knocks it forward, and Montez is there, and it's a brilliant intervention from Jude Bellingham. It's a certain goal if he's not there. And Montez would have been onside. It's a great set piece, and oh my god, it's such a good defensive action from Jude Bellingham. If he doesn't get that, it's a guaranteed goal. Yeah, if he wasn't our player of the match before, he definitely is now. Mora has just done an interesting signal as well. He's just done a little tickle on the top of the corner flag. Wonder what that one means. He swings it in from the other side. It's cleared by Gay. Out for a throw. And the referee should blow his whistle soon here. I think England do really need this half-time whistle. Because even though we are ahead, we are very much under the cosh. Here's Vasquez. To Montez. Alvarado. To Sanchez. Gilberto Mora. To Vasquez. Gallardo. Into Romo. Here's Quinones. Tackle by Quansah. Oh, he's got a good ball forward there for Romo, but he's played it backwards, Romo. I'm not sure why he did that. Here's Montez high up the pitch. He's gone back to Lira. I'm surprised the referee has allowed this to go on. Oh. It's a good ball into the box, and Gordon has done really well at the back post to stop him from getting it, and then he's... I will say he has won a foul. He really was not fouled there. That's nothing. It's very, very surprising that they've given that, and that will be the halftime whistle. Sorry, I've just got a message, and that's why I've done that. I will put you guys onto the Be Right Back screen. Thank you for hanging out so far. We've got another half to go, and oh, what a game it's been. I need a rest. Alrighty, we are back. Boom. We're getting a talk from Anthony Barry, interestingly. Whew, I forgot the timer. I'll take that off the bingo card. There you go. Hopefully that should be good. Yep, cool. Oh, you know what? Monocom's curse as well. I can take that because of the Jude thing. So we've already got a bingo. We can get another one if I think of a free space. I don't know what that free space would be, but if we're talking about changes for the second half, from an England perspective, I would probably obviously the two wingers, quite clear. That's usually the changes that happen. I think especially Saka should probably come off. I would suggest probably taking off Konsa as well, man. He's been very, very shaky. Hopefully, I don't really know who we have on the bench who could replace Konsa though. Stones maybe. I'm not sure which centre backs we brought. I can't remember. Well, if we get a goal apiece in the second half, I get my prediction right. I've got the the scoreline discrepancy right so far. We'll also need to check the Twitter, see what people are saying on Twitter, because I often do that and I forgot to do it. People comparing Jude Bellingham to Ruben Loftus-Cheek in that 2021 season. The timeline has gone absolutely crazy for Jude Bellingham. And rightfully so. He's been very, very good. Right, we should be getting back underway soon here. They are just talking to Shearer in the commentary. Gantry. I feel like Mexico will be quite encouraged by the performance that they've put in that game. In truth, you could say that the two goals that we did score kind of came against the run of play, but two quick goals in quick succession is good for us to be taking that momentum and, putting it to good use, because we often don't do that. We often kind of, in a very Chelsea-esque way, let's say, score one goal and then kind of sit on our laurels. So it's good to see us kind of taking the advantage there, and rightfully, gladly that we did do that, because we would not be ahead if that were the case. Can see behind Shearer that the Mexico team are out training. I'm thinking it's some of their substitutes. Obviously, from this distance, I cannot see who they are. They might be making some changes at halftime. Excuse me. I will say the atmosphere in the Azteca, as usual, has been very, very good, and they are rocking at halftime. We'll say as well, it's actually going to be sad if Mexico do get eliminated here, because their shirts are absolutely beautiful. It's one of the reasons why I got them. As they might get on. Yeah, that might be it. Honestly, it might be a case of we do the same thing we did before, where Eza comes on and then Rice gets shifted out to right back. That could be something that we decide to do, making Jude play a little bit deeper as well. I did just see some of the Mexican players coming out of the tunnel, so I think we will probably be resuming soon. Yeah, here they go. Trying to see, is there any substitutions so far? It doesn't look like it from first glance. Seems like they are coming out with a fully unchanged side. They have come out first. I think that's to give their crowd something to cheer and give their crowd something to boo when we eventually come out. I think we are making them wait though. Which is a little smart, honestly. Let them cool down whilst they're standing out there on the pitch. Interesting, there's only 9 players on the pitch at the moment, so I'm not sure who the 2 that I'm missing are. Well, I think obviously one is the goalkeeper. There's one outfielder that wasn't there. I wonder if that is a substitution being made or not. We'll have to see. Oh, I do apologise for the yawning. Normally this would be a normal time for me because I am usually on MST time, but I have been pet sitting for my sister for the last few days, so I've been having to wake up much earlier. So I'm rather knackered at 3 a.m. in the morning now. Big chance of Mexico going throughout the Azteca. Now the England players will come out. We have made them wait. I don't know if there's an issue that's happened or if we are just doing a bit of gamesmanship here. Harry will lead his team out. I think there's an unchanged side for England as well. Yeah. I haven't seen Saka. Where's Saka? It's Bellingham. I don't think I saw Saka. Maybe I just missed him. Oh no, he is there. I think he was hiding behind Konsa. So yeah, fully unchanged side for both teams, it looks like. And obviously Mexico will now be kicking off from right to left this time. And I will not forget the timer. Oh, there is going to be a change for Mexico. Edson Alvarez is coming on in the midfield. And he is coming on for Cesar Montes, so he's actually might be going into the back line. Possibly Mexico going to a 3 at the back. Could be an option there, but it could just be a straight swap and him playing in the centre-back role. He can play there. He has played there in previous tournaments. 3, 2, 1. And we are underway. Indication is that Montes has picked up some kind of injury. Here's Lira. He's going to send it long out to the left-hand side. And Kwanzaa will easily head that behind for Pickford. He should pick this up, and he does. Rolls the ball out for Konsa, who launches it up long for Harry Kane. Headed back towards Jimenez, who's going to hit it up and under. Romo will not get on the end of that, and it will be a goal kick. Here's Pickford, who's taking a chance here with the ball at his feet. Gets it to Bellingham and he knocks it on for Gordon, but he won't reach that. The ball will be touched back to Rangel. Oh, risky business in the back there by Edson Alvarez, but his pass did make it to Lira, and the subsequent number 6 was fouled by Harry Kane of all people, coming back. Here's Lira. Ball through the lines to Mora. Here's Sanchez on the outside. He's going to smash it against O'Reilly for a throw. Sanchez back to Alvarez. It's Vasquez. Gallardo. Quinones has tried to force the ball through, and then Gallardo's tried to force it as well, and Rice has picked up the ball. Here's Kane. Good hold-up play from the number 9, and he will get it back to Quansah. Here's Quansah, who plays it through the lines, and he'll get it to Bellingham, but his touch is a bit heavy, and the ball will fall back into Mexico possession. Here's Quinones on the right side. He's going to take a long attempt from about 30, 40 yards out. I don't know why he's tried that, and Gordon has kept it in, and he's got a chance to go forward here. Here's Kane, who, again, like I suggested we should probably be doing, is getting on the ball immediately a lot more in this second half than he was in the first. Dropping a bit deeper than he was in the first half. Here's Anderson, up to Gordon. He's going to try and take on Sanchez here. Plays it in behind for O'Reilly, who gets it across. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Kane has not gone the end of that. And Saka didn't get it either. And he's been bumped off the ball by Quinones. And there's a throw for England. Oh, it's a brilliant ball in from O'Reilly. It just goes through everyone. Quansah will take this throw. He's going to send it into the box for Kane, who can't get on the end of it. Maybe Jude can. It's cleared, but O'Reilly's going to take a strike, and it's off the post. Oh my goodness, it's a great effort from the youngster. Saka will pick it up again. It's Quansah who will swing it in. Back post is Gordon, who won't get on the end of it because Alvarado got there ahead of him. Of course, a great effort from O'Reilly, man. It's a sweet strike. He is now over on the other side to take the throw. Here's Declan Rice. And he goes backwards. Quansah. Out wide to Saka. He's being doubled up on here by Quinones and Gallardo, but he goes back to Quansah. Now Ezri Quansah to Gay. Surging up the pitch and getting it to Gordon. See if he can take on his man again. He's up against Alvarado here on the right side. And he's going to go past him easily. He plays the ball into O'Reilly, but he can't take it under his spell. And Lira, again, using that low centre of gravity to hold up the ball and then smash it long. I will say England very much playing on the front foot, unlike we were doing in the first half. It's Quansah. He's been fouled by Jimenez, but the referee's allowed the advantage to be played, as Saka will play it all the way back to Pickford, and he's made him have to stretch his legs there. Long ball out wide left for Gordon. Does get a touch, and Jude Bellingham will pick this up. And he gets away from 2 there, gets away from 3. It's brilliant work from Jude Bellingham. He's eventually been brought down by Edson Alvarez, but I think that's a clean tackle. He is claiming a foul, but I don't think it's a foul, if I'm being honest. Ball's gone back to Rangel. Now Vasquez. It's a great run from Bellingham. I feel like he needed to just offload it at some point. I don't think he ever really got the opportunity, though. Here's Alvarado. Do Rummel. Good pass through the lines, seeking out Guardado, and it's a brilliant tackle from Kwanzaa to get the ball. The player's gone down, claiming that he's been fouled, but he's nowhere near been fouled. It's a long ball from Anderson out to Gordon, who'll keep this in. Saka's in the middle. And now Gordon's been fouled on the edge of the box. It's going to be a free kick for England. And Mexico are getting a bit angsty on the touchline here. Something bad's just happened on the bench. It was a perfect tackle from Kwanzaa. At least on first viewing. It's been a bit of a spat between the two benches as the Mexicans are rather angry at that challenge. Let's see. He gets the ball. He does go over the top of the ball. It's completely accidental, but he does go over the top of the ball, but he does get the ball, obviously, so... I don't know if that's... He's going to have a look at this on the screen. This could be a red card for England here, honestly. Oh, they're showing such a bad angle of it. He's got the ball, but it depends on what the referee thinks here. I think he's going to give this. I think he's going to give this. He's done the signal. Yeah, red card for Kwanzaa. And we're going to have to try and grind this game out with 10 men. And you got to say, it's one of those ones where if this was 20, 40 years ago, that would never be given. Because he wins the ball, but you know how it is nowadays. You can't go over the top of the ball and studs into someone's leg, even if it is a follow-through. And we had all the talk about Kwanzaa in the build-up, and the fact that he's the one who's having to play at right back. And yeah, honestly, earlier I was saying how good he was playing. He's just made a bit of a rash tackle there. I think this will probably be Rice going into right back now. There's going to have to be a heroic hold on to the lead here from England because we've got so much time. It's going to be another free kick, by the way, in a really dangerous position for Alvarado to swing the ball in. It's almost exactly where he swung it in before for Jimenez. This one is defended well by Harry Kane, who's been caught. There's a late challenge there, which the English are going out, and Gallardo has just had a bit of a yell as well. This is starting to get a bit feisty, and I think the referee should probably have a word with him. Don't think there's anything in that. It's just a foul, but it's the reaction afterwards is a little bit uncalled for. I do think this is going to start to get a bit silly here, with England players probably trying to get some players off the pitch here. I just realised, yeah, that they've just shown a replay of that O'Reilly effort. It's actually deflected off of Alvarado, I believe. Will be a long ball from Pickford to get England underway. Kane tries to hold it up, but is unable. Quinones. Bellingham's shielded the ball away from him. He's now been fouled. The referee's not called it, but it will be a throw to Mexico. And Tuchel is absolutely irate on the sideline, by the way. That has not been given as a foul. And now Mexico are in the ascendancy here. Do you want to see It's interestingly, it's Saka who has gone into right back. John Stones is getting readied on the sideline though, so he's likely going to come on. I imagine Konza will go out to right back. Quinones takes a strike and it's very wide. More of that, please. We'll take that every single day of the week. Saka is the player who's being sacrificed. John Stones will probably move into the centre-back role. Konza going wide right, I would imagine. Long ball. Seeking out Kane. Good touch. Oh, and Gordon's onto this here. And Gordon's been fouled in the box. It's got to be a penalty, and he has given it. It's a penalty for England. Oh my god, this game just keeps getting better and better. And Raul Rangel, who has been a stalwart all tournament, has given away a great opportunity for England to get back to get another goal forward here and really, give us a better chance of not letting this get to before. Oh, it might be offside. Might be an offside from Kane from the kick forward. Oh, also might be a handball. Don't think they're going to give those though. I mean, the foul is clearly a foul. It's whether any of this stuff beforehand is worth anything. The referee is trying to get Gallardo to leave him alone. It's the second time he's been up in the referee's face there, Gallardo. I'm really surprised he's not been booked yet. Now here's an interesting thing. Obviously Kane's our taker. Obviously we know that there's a lot of talk about decoys and players holding the ball to protect their teammates from all of the argy-bargy that happens. But Bellingham is the man holding the ball and he is on a hat-trick here, so it would be interesting to see who takes this. I think Kane has now got the ball. And we know usually when Harry Kane gets a penalty, he puts it in. Last time he did have one though, it was saved, but there was obviously encroachment and he had to retake it and he scored the retake. So let's hope he gets this one right. Raul Rangel has a great opportunity to be a hero for Mexico here. And the pressure here is massive with the Mexican crowd all over the back of Harry Kane here. Harry Kane. Two deep breaths. And he's put it in. Who else but Kane, man? It's always going to be him, wasn't it? Oh my god. This game is stressful. Absolutely stressful. And 10 men England are 3-1 up. So the end of this game is going to be very interesting. And I do think, again, I think we are kind of on for my correct prediction here. If Mexico managed to get one back, then we've got the prediction right. But it's a great pen from Harry Kane. Smashes it into the top left-hand corner. Oh, to be fair, I think Rangel should probably save this. If he starts a bit earlier, I think he gets to that. It's not in. It's at a pretty good height for the goalkeeper to save it. To be fair, it's not bottom corner. It's not top corner. And now there are going to be changes. Luis Romo is coming off, and Santiago Jimenez is also coming on. So Mora and Romo are coming off, and it's Jimenez and then Gutierrez, Brian Gutierrez, that is, who are coming on. They've just tried to take the kickoff, and they've done a foul kickoff. So now England have been given a free kick. What on earth have I just seen? England take the kickoff from our own goal. Very weird. Here's O'Reilly. And to be fair now, lads, just hold the ball. You don't need to go forward and get another one, but... Oh, it's great work here from Gay, and he gets it up to Kane, who's been absolutely clattered by Edson Alvarez. I think the ref needs to start giving out some cards, you know. It's starting to get a bit too feisty for my liking. I think a player or two might get a bit hurt here if this continues. I'm going to take the free space for the penalty. He's Gay. Through the lines for Rice, but he's not going to get on the end of that. And now there's a lot of space for Mexico to burst into. Here's Quinones. He's got Gallardo up with him, and he will play it into him, and he's tried to get it past, but it's a great smothering challenge from John Stones. Quinones. Lira. To the back post. It's a great ball, and good punch from Pickford. This could be sent back in eventually by Alvarado. Here's Gutierrez. It's a good block from Bellingham, and Pickford will take the follow-up. It's a good first involvement for Brian Gutierrez there. It's a good punch from Pickford. Here's Gay. Bellingham. Anderson gets it through the lines to Kane, who's going to play it back to Rice. A little bit of keep ball would be nice, but it's a long lofted ball for Jude Bellingham up to Gordon. I think he's massively offside, but the flag hasn't gone up. And he's going to surge into the box here. Still full of running, Anthony Gordon. He was eventually dispossessed. Here's Gallardo. He's got room to run into. Quinones. Up against Ezri Konza. He's going to play it into Santiago Jimenez, who gets tackled by Anderson. It's another throw. Here's Lira. To Brian Gutierrez. Quinones. Gallardo. Up against Konza. He's whipped it across. It's a good effort, but smashed away by John Stones for a corner. Mexico is starting to put on the pressure now. You need to remember, they've got to get 2 goals here to get back into this. Don't know if there's going to be enough time for them, but, you know, if they get one late, then the momentum's with them. You never know. Anything can happen. Alvarado to take the corner. It's into a good area, and it was Edson Alvarez who was underneath it, but Stones again with a good intervention. It's going to fall back out to Alvarado here. Quinones on the edge of the box. Cuts back. Gets away from Kane. He's going to dink it to the far post. Good ball into the box for Edson Alvarez, but it's cleared by Anderson. And Kane will try and get it away. And Mexico are appealing for a high boot there, but it's not going to be anything, I don't think. And Quinones has won a free kick instead. Yeah, so it's a foul from Jude on Quinones. Let's see the... I mean, it technically, you'd say there is contact on the player, but, like, he doesn't even know he's there. Ain't no way they give that as a pen. We'll say as well that Edson Alvarez has taken the captain's armband. I did forget to mention that when Montez went off. They are VAR checking this for a possible penalty. And he's going to go to the screen. Oh my god. If they give this as a foul, this is genuinely, it's just disgusting refereeing. Like, he makes contact, he has no idea that the player's there. He has no idea. They're going to show it from such a stupid angle as well. Like, he has no idea that the player's even coming in for that. If they give that as a penalty, the game is just gone. Absolutely gone. Is it clear? Yeah, that's a good point from the commentary team. Is that clear and obvious? I don't think it's clear and obvious. Let's see. Ah, that's a joke, that is. Well, it's going to be Raul Jimenez to take this, and Pickford can be a hero here. Like we said, for the opposite one. I just think that is so harsh. The yellow card has been given to one of the players, I'm not sure who. I think to Harry Kane, actually, for sarcastically applauding the referee. Well, my prediction might be right here in a second. Last 5 for Raul Jimenez. Not missed a single one. It's up for Pickford, and we know Pickford is good at saving penalties. It's a long run up from Raul Jimenez. And he stutters his run and, he scores. And it's one of those ones where the goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance because he's basically stopped. He's basically stopped on his run up, which you're not allowed to do. But there we are. Did that update? It did. Okay, brilliant. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. It's just terrible goalkeeping from Pickford. I don't know why he's gone so early. Well, we're back underway, and Pickford launched it long. Oh, it's a great touch from Harry Kane. Here's Gordon in the box. He's been tackled by Alvarado. O'Reilly gets the ball back. Here's Kane. He's been fouled by Brian Gutierrez. The referee says nothing. Oh god, this is starting to get a bit ridiculous now. This game's going to be stopped for an England player who's down injured here. I think it's O'Reilly who took a hefty challenge. Oh yeah, he's taken one in the face there, O'Reilly. Accidental, but... God, I'm really not sure what Pickford is doing there. Is that El Grande Americano in the crowd I've just seen? Formerly known as Ludwig Kaiser. I can't believe I've just seen him in the crowd. That's crazy. There's a yellow card been given to one of the Mexicans here. I think it's Jorge Sanchez. Because he's claimed that he's been hit by O'Reilly. But he's been given a booking. I think for simulation. He's claiming that he's been elbowed. Let's see. starting to all get a bit fucking silly now, because the referee's lost control of the game. He's been heavily, heavily influenced by the crowd. I think, yeah, he's giving a yellow to O'Reilly as well, just sorting that out himself. And the hydration break is on now. And I'll take one myself. What a roller coaster this game has been so far. Well, I did say it was going to be a goal fest. Got 5 already. I'm trying to think if we've had a fullback goal/assist. Don't think so. So Saka assists for the first one, wasn't it? And then Kane assists the second. For the Mexican goal, it was Alvarado, so no. This is going to be very tricky for us now as well, because they're going to get some time to re-strategize here with the hydration break against the 10 men. There is going to be some substitutions here made by Thomas Tuchel, it looks like. Jed Spence and Dan Burn seem to be the ones that are stripped and ready. I don't think they've shown a replay of that O'Reilly situation with the, quote, elbow, and he's literally not even touched him. O'Reilly is coming off. He has obviously been yellowed, so good for him to get off the pitch. He has been pretty good so far, O'Reilly, but I think he was just a bit, riled up. It's going to be Dan Burn who comes on for him. Big, burly Dan Burn. Maybe he can get a goal from a corner or something. And it's Anderson who is coming off. As well. I'm not sure who Anderson's come off for. I'm not sure. I think it's Spence, right? Yeah, Spence. So I think we're going to a back 5. A 5-3-1 probably, or is what we're going to be ending up with here, or something. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what the formation is going to be here. Yeah, it's 5 at the back with Bellingham, Rice, and Gordon at 3 ahead of them, and then Kane obviously up top. It's an interesting tactical switch to try and hold on to a lead, but Tuchel has got a team to do this before. Chelsea UCL final against Man City, we held on for very, very long in that game with a back 5. Mexico have obviously got us underway again. Here's Alvarez. Lira to Guardado. I'm going to keep saying it. One of these days I will get that right. Ball's gone deep to the back post and it'll be touched down by Gordon and then hoofed away by Jed Spence, who I think is playing as a left wing back. Yeah, he's not on the right, he's on the left. He's now facing up against Alvarado. It's a switch of play to the left hand side for Guardado. I've done it again. Blocked by Ezri Konza, and it's been Dan Burn headed away. Didn't get the call from his goalkeeper. 15 minutes to play, plus whatever additional time they decide to put on. It will be quite a lot, I imagine, with all the decisions and obviously the hydration break. The ball's gone in low, and Kane has calmly played it back for Stones to smash it away. I think this is just going to be all hands on deck now, holding on. I don't think there's even going to be much of a way of us getting out from this situation now. Ball wide for Gallardo. Ball into the box. It's a attempted acrobatic attempt from Santiago Jimenez, but it's been cleared again. Raul Rangel will pick this up. Every single time we clear the ball like that, it just comes back. It does feel like we need to hold onto the ball a little bit more. Here's Alvarado up against Spence. He's blocked the cross. Ball's going to be lofted in by Lira, but Ezri Konsa at the back post is able to deal with that. I will say one thing, we definitely have the height advantage now with all of the centre-backs and co on the pitch now. So when they are swinging the balls in like that, we are kind of winning those aerial duels for the most part. This one's gone to the back post for Brian Gutierrez. Into the box now. He's going to take a strike. It's blocked by Konsa again, who's been very, very good since he's moved out to the right side. Another attempt for Gutierrez to put it in. He does. It's cleared by Dan Burn. Big lofty header from him all the way across the halfway line. It's going to come again. Heart and mouth stuff now. Lira across to Gallardo. Up against Konsa. He dinks it to the back post and it's cleared by Jed Spence for a corner. He had to get there and he did. Good work from him. Very, very nervous now. There is going to be a Mexico change. I think it's Fidalgo coming on. It's Jorge Sanchez who is the man coming off. It is the number 8, Alvaro Fidalgo. So they're going all out offence here now. They're putting on extra midfielders for defenders, which is obviously good for them in terms of getting goals, but if they might be a bit more exposed if we do get the opportunity to break, which I don't think we will. Ball goes in from Alvarado and Pickford gets a punch on it. Corner on the other side now. 12 minutes to go for regulation time. I think genuinely there is probably going to be about 10 minutes of additional time, by the way, so we're not home and dry when that time does tick down. Taken short, the corner. Alvarado smacks it straight into John Stones at the front post. It'll be another corner. This one will be swung into the box. There's going to be a delay here, though, for the referee for some reason. I think they're just checking for a handball, I would imagine. Cleared. Alvarado to swing it in. Oh, it's right on the head of, I think that's Edson Alvarez, and he just doesn't get the good touch on it. It just comes off the back of his head, I think. It's going to be a throw on the opposite side for England, which we're taking a long time over, and the referee is going to probably start to get some bookings out here in a second if we keep this up. Long throw. Headed back towards us and then cleared by Dan Burn. Another throw for Mexico. Fidalgo. Lira. Out wide to Alvarado, who's everywhere. Alvarado's ball has been cleared by Bellingham. Now there's going to be another substitution. It's Martinez is coming on. And it's Julian Quinones coming off, which is interesting. So winger for another forward. So they are chucking on the big boys now. Is Fidalgo to Gallardo. Back to Fidalgo. He's going to swing one into the back post. It's to the front of the box, and it's a bit of a tame effort from Santiago Jimenez. And Pickford did dive for it, but he didn't need to, let's be honest. Did that for the cameras. It will be a goal kick for England here, and a chance for us to relieve some of the pressure. Long ball from Pickford, up for Harry Kane. Bumps into the defender, and Raul Rangel is just going to pick up the ball immediately. Here's Fidalgo. Back to Alvarez. Lira to Fidalgo again. And back once more. He's going to spread it out wide for Alvarado on the right side. He launches in that left-footed cross again, and it's going to deflect straight up for Jordan Pickford to claim quite comfortably. He's going to roll it out for Dan Burn. Here's Spence into Rice. Spence again. Back to Burn. He's going to launch it long for Kane, who didn't make the run, but it's up the right end of the pitch for us. Ball out to Gallardo. Swings the ball in first time. It's not cleared properly, and then it's a good tackle from Spence, and it's a brilliant intervention from Spence. He stopped a clear goal scoring opportunity there. Edson Alvarez will pick it up again. You just feel like Mexico are going to score eventually. Gallardo bursting down the left-hand side, blocked by Concert. Claiming for a corner here, but Concert is claiming a goal kick, and VAR will check this, of course. And it has checked it and overturned it. It will be a goal kick. Let's see this again. Yeah, it's just Burn misses it, and it's Santiago Jimenez who chests it down, and Spence does so well to get it away. And then Gordon with a follow-up clearance. Long ball from Pickford coming. Spence, who's underneath it, gets a good touch. Here's Harry Kane. Holds up the ball brilliantly and gets it to Jude Bellingham, who's surging in on goal, but he's clattered by the defender. Concert's done well, and Jimenez has caused the foul, grabbing him. And the time will keep ticking down. Yeah, it's a good tackle in the end from Vasquez on the edge of the box to stop Bellingham from getting through on goal. Did take a clatter though. Will be a free kick for England. Rice is over it, I believe. Dan Burn is up there. So maybe an attempt for us to loft it into the box. It is lofted in for Dan Burn, but it's not going to reach him. Brian Gutierrez will get it away. Tackle by Gordon. Here's Bellingham. He's going to run to the left-hand side where Spence is, and he will take that. And Spence will play it in behind here for Kane. It's just a bit too much on the ball. And Mexico have got a chance to break here with Gallardo down the left-hand side. He's often the man who gets there. Alvarez out wide to Alvarado. Up against Spence. Cuts inside as he always does and plays the ball in. It's a good bit of defending in there, but maybe a bit of holding that should have been illegal. Claim for a penalty once more. Gay will smack it away. Mexico will come back at us. Rangel will pick this up. They're still asking for a penalty here. The referees said nothing at the moment. Here's Fidalgo. Gallardo. Into the box for Gutierrez. Here's Fidalgo. He's going to swing one to the back post, and Pickford's come and claimed and punched it away very well. It's a chance for Alvarado to maybe take a shot, but he thinks better of it. Fidalgo will switch it out to the right-hand side for Alvarado. Lira. Into the box for Jimenez. He's tried to turn and he's been tackled by John Stones, and there's a flag up for offside. Bellingham has kicked the ball away. Like I said, the dark arts are definitely coming out now. It's brilliant defending from Mark Gay, by the way. In when that quote unquote penalty decision was being made. I just feel like the problem with this is that we're wasting so much time that they're going to add on so much time. I think there's generally going to be about like 12 or 15 minutes of additional time added on here. Long ball from Pickford, seeking out Kane. Headed away by Vasquez. Conson knocks it down. Rice forward, but blind and won't reach Kane. And now Mexico will come again with Edson Alvarez. Gordon's going to put on some pressure and force him to play it to Fidalgo. Here's Gallardo. He's going to whip the ball in first time. It's cleared by Stones. Further away by Conser. And then further away by Jude Bellingham. It's touched down by Alvarez. Calls to shoot from the crowd, but he's not going to do that. Instead, it goes out to Alvarado on the right side. He's got two men with him, Spence and Gordon. Spence is going to try and put a tackle on him now, but he's kept hold of the ball very well here. The ball's going to break for Lira. Oh, he just didn't get the touch right. He could have played that in first time if he got his touch right, but he didn't. Ball swung in by Alvarado, cleared by Dan Burn. It's going to fall for Fidalgo here. He's going to take a shot, and it's deflected away from Jude Bellingham, and Kane's going to get the ball and then not win a free kick, apparently. Here's Gallardo again. Swung to the back post, and Spence is there. Gay gets it away. Gordon further away. Bro, this is genuinely one of the most nerve-wracking games of football I've ever watched in my life. This is akin to the game I referenced earlier, the Man City-Chelsea UCL final. I just felt like everything was going against us. Fidalgo's going to take a strike, and it's Pickford able to get behind it and then claim it. I think he was really hoping for a deflection on that to direct it away from Pickford, but it missed every single one of our players and went straight into the arms of the England goalkeeper. Long ball from him now, seeking out Kane. Alvarez is underneath it. There's a little bit of a bump by Raul Jimenez on Konza, who gets given a foul. We're in the 90th minute now, but this will not be the last minute to play, I tell you that. There's going to be a substitution for England. Harry Kane is coming off for Rodgers. That is a rather interesting change, because they do get an equalise here, and we might need him for penalties. Big, bold statement by Tuchel, saying that we can probably keep them out long enough. Free kick will now be taken by John Stones. I think Bellingham is going to be the target in the left-hand side. He is. Good touchdown by his chest as well, but he's going to be dispossessed by Alvarado eventually. And then he's going to foul Alvarado too. "11 minutes added on as a minimum." I did think it would be in the double figures. And there's going to be a giant roar from the Mexico crowd from that. Is Alvarado. Alvarez swings the ball in and Pickford claims it. Whew. I think the thing is, that like, I don't want to say it because I feel like I'll jinx it, but Mexico are going about this the complete wrong way. They're just getting the ball out wide and swinging the ball into the box. We have so many centre-backs on the pitch now. They need to start playing it through the lines. They need to start playing those balls in behind and then get cutbacks. It's the only way they're going to get a goal here. Everything's kind of in front of us at the moment. Here's Gallardo. Fidalgo. To Alvarez. Lira. Alvarado. Lira again. He's going to switch it to Fidalgo. 1 of the 11 minutes down. Gallardo being swarmed very quickly. Gallardo's got a bit more room and he's going to play the ball off a Konsa and it's going to spin out for a corner. Reminder as well that it's not over if they do score. Like, obviously it will only equalise, but you feel like if they do get another goal, they'll be in the ascendancy enough to get a second in extra time. Gutierrez into the box. Pickford comes and punches it away. Fidalgo collects it. Ball out wide to Brian Gutierrez on the left side. He's going to swing the ball into the back post, and I think it's a bit overcooked and very, very over the top. And Pickford, again, trying to play a bit for the cameras and making a very unnecessary dive there. 2 minutes down. It's a long ball from Pickford again, seeking out Rodgers or Bellingham. Bellingham's touched it on, and to be fair, he's won a throw, which is not bad because it will cause them to have to pass it around the back a little bit more. Alvarado cuts inside. He's got Spence to take the ball away from him. Gordon with the interception. Gordon's going to try and get it to Bellingham, and he does chest it down, Jude Bellingham. He's got Spence ahead of him, and Jude Bellingham has taken a strike here. Oh, he saw his goalkeeper off the line, and he did get it on target, but Rangel was able to backpedal enough to get on that. Seemed like a bit of a tired attempt, that, from Jude Bellingham. Really needed to play Spence in there. Gallardo is going to take a swipe at that with his weaker foot, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Almost went out for a throw-in. 4 yellows now? I'm trying to think of who's got yellows. O'Reilly, Rice, Sanchez got one. I can't think of I can't think who else got one off the top of my head. Long ball from Pickford. Oh, Kane got one as well. Kane got one. Yes, we can take that off. Over 3 yellows. We've just been... They've just given a Mexico throw. That was clearly an England throw there. But, oh well. Here's Fidalgo. Out wide for Alvarado. He's got Gordon keeping him company. And Jed Spence. Alvarado again. He's going to seek a ball to the back post, and it's missed everyone and gone out for a goal kick. Good call from Pickford there to tell his centre-back to leave the ball. Long ball from Pickford again. 6 minutes to play. Ball's going to go all the way out to the other goalkeeper. And Rangel will launch it forward. Lira. Alvarado will skip away from Gordon. Comes central now. Gets it out to Gallardo. Fidalgo. He's going to swing the ball into the front post, and Jimenez is... He's chested it down and then gone for an overhead kick, and he's smacked the ball off of Dan Burn. And Jimenez has hurt himself here, I think. But Lira's going to pick up the ball again, and they're going to come back at us. Here's Fidalgo. Gallardo once more. Fidalgo. Alvarez is going to line up one, and Declan Rice closed him down very, very well. And the ball's going to smash all the way back to the goalkeeper here. You got to say there are some really, really knackered players on the pitch for England now. They're putting everything on the line here now. Fidalgo. Enzo Alvarez. Lira to Alvarado. Oh, Alvarado again. Cuts onto his left foot. He's going to try and find an angle for a cross, but he's eventually had to swing it all the way out to Fidalgo in the midfield instead. He touches it back to Brian Gutierrez, I think this is. He's going to loft the ball all the way to the left-hand side for Gallardo. Good first touch. Brilliant first touch, in fact. Up against Konza. He swings the ball in, and it's a deflected shot from Jimenez. It's a good effort, to be fair, from the position, but it's gone over the top of the bar. Four more minutes to play. The time is ticking down so slowly. Long ball from Pickford. This one doesn't go as long, and it's actually going to reach Rodgers, who tested it down very well. He tried to play it up to Bellingham, but he wins a throw for his team. That's good. Just get the ball up the pitch more. That's what we need. Konza will take this, and he's sending his players far to throw this to the corner flag. Chested down by Bellingham. Bellingham's going to run into the corner, and he's going to win another throw. And Vasquez has barked at the referee very, very rudely there. He's going to get a booking, I imagine. Yeah, he does. England corner, 4 seconds to take. And there's another yellow card here for Jordan Henderson on the bench for some reason. Not really sure why he's been given one. Bellingham will knock it to Rodgers. Cleared away. Byrne leaves it for Mark Gay. He's going to go back to Pickford. He's going to slam it up the pitch. Rodgers is underneath it. Oh, he almost gets that as well, to be fair, but it's headed back to Rangel. Alvarado surging up the pitch. Jed Spence will go in on Santiago Jimenez, I believe that was, who was surging down the right-hand side. He's won a corner, or rather, created a corner. Oh. Santiago Jimenez has rolled his ankle there. And his teammate, Alvarado, has got absolutely no sympathy for him and has just dragged him off the pitch so they can take the corner. Not really sure why Henderson got a card, but he did. Alvarado to take the corner. Swung into the front post. Oh, it's a bouncing ball, but Pickford has managed to get the ball. That could have gone anywhere. Luckily, it fell into the grasp of the England goalkeeper. It just bounced off of the number 22 there. Pickford's launched it up in the air, seeking out Jude Bellingham. And he's touched it down, to be fair, but he can't keep it on. He gives a thumbs up to his goalkeeper for the good ball. Maybe one or two more attacks from Mexico. Here's Alvarado. Byrne is going to come across and stop his pass and smash the ball away. Anywhere will do. It's going up to Lira. Or rather Vasquez, who's going to collect this. One more minute. Plus whatever they add on to that. Here's Lira. Fidalgo. Out wide to Alvarado. His ball to the back post is loopy and Jimenez is there. He knocks it back and then Konza will smash it away. Bellingham will chase this. Lira will be able to keep the ball as he often has done in this game, and he's going to get it out to Gutierrez. Fidalgo. Alvarado doubled up on once more. He's been the danger man for them. Good closing down from Gordon to stop the ball coming in from Lira. Gutierrez. Alvarado. He's going to try and take it into the box again. It's to the back post for Jimenez. And it's just gone straight past the left-hand post. It's wide. I can't believe he's not scored, and it's going to be a corner. I think it's John Stones who's off the bench to make another perfect. Yeah, he's had to make that intervention. And you got to believe this will be the last attempt. The goalkeeper has asked if he can come up, and he has come up. He's in the box. Alvarado to swing it in. Cleared away by Dan Burn. Jimenez through the crowd. There's another block from Dan Burn. It's a behind for a corner, and they're not blowing the whistle yet. You know what? It's this belief, this desire to defend that is going to carry England far in this competition if we do get through here. Good ball into the front post. It's punched away from Jordan Pickford brilliantly. And the referee's blown his final whistle. And England, despite all of the bullshit, have actually won this game, which will tick that off of the bingo card. And I actually got the prediction right as well, 3-2. So that's another bingo. And you know what? That is a monumental win because Mexico do not lose at the Azteca. They don't lose the Azteca. And somehow 10-man England have beaten them at the Azteca. Now, I said at the start of the stream, suerte, buena suerte. And to be fair, I probably shouldn't have given them that much luck because they've been fucking brilliant today. I can't believe we've won this game. Genuinely, I cannot believe it. As I said, I'm kind of, I'm kind of sad that Mexico are going to have to come out. I really wish they were on a different part of the bracket to us, because, like, this is a game that I'd love to see in, like, the semi-final or the final. But unfortunately, one team always has to go home in these knockouts, and unfortunately, it is Mexico. Fortunately for England, it's not us, and I can breathe now. What a game of football. What a game of football. I did say it was going to be a goal fest, and it was even more than that. We actually got more than we paid for, with about 113 minutes of football for instead of 90. Dios mío. I should not be this hyper at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to bed. Actually, no, I'm not, because actually, ironically, my other half, who is Mexican, is probably going to want to get on a call with me before they go to work. So I've got something to bring up in conversation at least. Thank you guys for hanging out as ever. Thank you guys for listening on Tribuna or Football Extra if you are listening on there. Go check out them in the description of the video. Also, Gogol Shop, who are also in the description to get your games, to get your shirts. As always. Sorry, one of the messages got redacted. Good game, guys. Well done. Yeah, good game. Really, really good game. And honestly, like as I said, I feel like Mexico deserved to go way, way further than this in the competition. It's just really unfortunate that we drew them as early as we did. So I would have loved to see them at least get the semi-finals. There's another one of the host nations out now. The only one left in is USA. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out as ever. I'm gonna forget the timer because I forgot to do that. But yeah, I'm going to peace out before I have to get on a call with my lovely other half. Enjoy your evening / morning / I guess just morning. Afternoons, depending on where you are. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you in the next stream, which I don't know when that will be. I'll put a post on the community page